How you all doing? Good, I hope. Uh, this is the C64 Mini, and it comes with 64 built-in games. It's based on the Commodore 64. Back in the 80s, the Commodore 64 was the best home computer at the time, and it had some stiff competition with the Sinclair ZX Spectrum and the Atari ST computer line, and this is a plug and play system, and it comes with the joystick, 2-button joystick, and it outputs at 720p, and it comes with a HDMI lead, and it's powered by a USB lead. So you plug it into your television or PC or Xbox, PlayStation, and that's where it gets its power, and it's fucking awesome. We got this from Smith's toy shop for €70. So if you live in England or anywhere else, it'd be a lot cheaper. So if you like the Commodore 64 from the 80s, I'd highly recommend this. I would. I wish there was more than 64 games, but yeah, the games that it has on it are pretty cool, the Commodore 64 had great graphics for its time, had great sound, and the games came on floppy disks or cassette tapes, and it was just a great home computer, and the Commodore 64 was awesome. There's no doubt about it, So I saw this in Smith's, and I decided to get it, So yeah, cool stuff. Now this is the yeah, so good stuff. Now this is the back of the box, all the games, 64 games, and that's how big it is. It fits in your hand, so cool. So we'll just read off some of the games here. Impossible Mission 2, it's a top-down shooting game. So Speedball 2, I haven't played that one much. Armor Lights, I haven't played that either. It's like a spaceship game, spaceship shooter game. Nebulous, it's a platforming game with some sort with like a 3D movement, but it's not totally 3D. It's like 2D and a 3D platforming game. The Commodore 64 was really advanced for its time. So it had superior graphics and sound to the Sinclair ZX Spectrum, and it depends on the games. Like the Atari ST was pretty good, but the Commodore 64 beat it. I think, even though I love Atari, I think the Commodore 64 was the better computer. Spin Dizzy, it fucking looks like a puzzle game. Boulder Dash, which is meant to be a Commodore 64 classic. Nodes of Yesod, which is a side-scrolling platforming game. Uridium, which is a spaceship game, side-scrolling spaceship game, something similar to R-Type or Gradius. California Games, Epics. Now, Epics make a lot of the games on the Commodore 64, but the most known for California Games, Winter Games, World Games. Paranoid, which is like a top-down sort of game, sort of like Bomberman or something like that. It comes with C64 Basic, so if you want to type around on the blue screen, it doesn't actually do anything, but you can type your name and write stuff and that. Creatures, which is a side-scrolling game. Robin of the Wood, obviously that has something to do with fucking Robin Hood, So yeah, A lot of games, Winter Games, World Games, Zoinaps, a Temple of Asphoi Trilogy, the Ark of Yasod, Things on a Spring, you know, Things Bounce Back, Thing bounces back. Some, you know, original games, unique games on the Commodore 64. Now a lot of these games I haven't played, you know, but the ones I have played are pretty awesome, you know. Brutal Deluxe, Spin Dizzy, Star Paws, Steel, Steel Street. sorry, like I know I must seem like a fucking brain dead moron to some people out there, but I'm doing my best, like, you know. Like I always preferred Atari, even though I liked the Commodore 64. A lot, Highway Encounter sounds fucking dodgy, you know. I wonder about, I don't know, like, you know what I mean? Hysteria. Now, Hysteria is, it sounds cool. I've never actually played it, but Hysteria is a Def Leppard song. So, like, I wonder if that has anything in common. Probably not, you know. Jumpman, you know. So yeah, I mean, a lot of games on here, you know. Now, so yeah, I mean, yeah. So the box comes with the C64 mini computer, the C64 joystick with a 1.5 meter cable, a HDMI cable, a USB supply cable, 64 games pre-installed, and instruction manual, you know. The keyboard is non-functional. Virtual keyboard feature included, so the keyboard will be on the screen, you know. It would have been cool if the keyboard actually worked, but it doesn't. It's just a hunk of plastic. AC adapter not included because it's powered by the USB lead. The use of this mini home computer requires the following devices, which are not supplied, obviously. A TV or monitor with a HDMI port, a 5V 1A output AC adapter with a USB port. So again, if you have a PC or an Xbox One or a PS4, you take the USB lead, put one end in the C64 Mini, and the other end into your PC or whatever, you know. So yeah. Right, so I'm going to show you that the actual system, which I think is pretty cool, like, you know. Yeah, it is right there, like, you know. Now the keyboard doesn't work, which is unfortunate. It would have been nice if it did. But when you turn it on, that turns red. So it lets you know that's powered up, like, you know. But it's the same colour, and the plastic feels the same as the C64, you know. So yeah, it's pretty light, you know. At the side, that's where the controllers go, and that's the power button. So pretty straightforward stuff, like, you know. And on the back, that's where the power lead goes, the power USB lead, and the HDMI port. So yeah, I mean, it's pretty awesome. There's the stuff, C64 Mini, made in China, you know. So yeah, pretty cool, like, you know. So yeah, if you like the C64, would highly recommend it. Now I believe there's a way to download games onto a USB stick and stick it in the side. Because I believe there's a C64 Mini website that has games that you can download onto a USB drive. But I think first you have to update the firmware of the console, and you get the firmware from the same website. So you have to down, because the C64 can't connect to the internet itself. So, which is unfortunate. It'd be great if it could, but it can't. So you have to go on your PC and get a USB stick, you know, stick it into your PC, then go to the C64 Mini website, and the latest firmware for the system, you download that onto the USB stick, then you update the firmware of the C64 Mini. Then you can download the games that are available on the website onto the USB stick and stick it into your C64 Mini. Now, we haven't done that because we don't have a PC, but if we did, that's what I would do. It's a shame that the C64 can't connect to the internet itself, but that's the only drawback, I think. So yeah, would highly recommend it if you like the C64 and you grew up with one in the 80s. Yeah, I like it. I mean, it outputs at 720p, the graphics are great, the sound is great, and the games play great, you know. So yeah, this is the joystick that comes with the C64 joystick. Just like the old school Commodore 64 joystick with the two buttons, you know. I mean, they definitely did they outdid Atari by putting more buttons on it, you know. Now, them red buttons there bring it back to the main menu. You can rewind games and pause games and stuff. So it's something similar to the Atari flashback joystick, you know. But for some, it is a bit bulky and awkward to use, and it can get uncomfortable from time to time. It's not as comfortable to use as the Atari joystick, in my opinion. Certain games you do need to use both buttons and stuff. So it's a cool joystick, but it is very bulky and it can get a bit uncomfortable. So me personally, I just prefer the Atari joystick. It's just more comfortable to use. But this is a cool joystick, and you can the C64 Mini supports 2 of these. So some games are 2-player, and it has a virtual keyboard and stuff. So I would highly recommend it, the C64 Mini. And yeah, so that's all I have to say about it. Thanks for watching. If you're watching, if you want to give me a like, go ahead, give me a thumbs up. And thanks for watching. So thanks very much, and I'll see you all later. Bye bye.